I found my way here. I have had a few people that have been residents here. Never really been inside till about a year ago when I had a friend come who passed away. But I've always heard really good thoughts about it, and how it's a really wonderful place. And when our mom got sick, it wasn't cancer that she passed away from, so Paige reached out to House just to explain our situation, just to see if Mom would be a candidate for here. And they were excellent in getting back and answering some of our questions, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, I've always heard really great things as well. We were fortunate enough to call one night and got someone on the phone, and we were able to explain the situation, and they said, we'll look into it. The hospital that Nana was at, Cambridge Memorial, and the hospital was great, but we knew that Nana was a little bit isolated. It was COVID, and knowing how social she is, and selfishly we wanted to see her too. We couldn't see her at the hospital, and we knew there would be a bit more flexibility here. So ultimately, we wanted her to be somewhere where she was supported and had that as much social element as she could. So we were really excited when the door opened for her.
Right from the day that we came and they settled Mom in, they were always so welcoming at the front door. Our mom was here for 3 months, which is longer than a lot of people are here. So we felt like they were like family to us in such a short period of time. Like, they knew us by name, and I mean, COVID was going on, so you still had to do all the screening and the masking and everything, but even with that, we still felt very, very comfortable. When we always left her at night, we always felt like she was kind of in her bedroom, I never really felt ever sad leaving her here at night, because they were always so wonderful. Anything that she needed, and I think when you reach that stage, people, they say they're a little bit more demanding, which I found was a little bit kind of hard, but they said it was normal, but it was never too much for any of the staff here. Yeah,
they were amazing. This was all new to us, having Nana in a room, bringing stuff from her home into, Lizard House was a really nice touch. So it was a bit different for me to navigate, okay, this is kind of your home, but I know we're somewhere where, there's people around trying to help. So for me, I didn't want to be in anyone's way, and I didn't want to step on a cord or, but all of those things didn't matter. The staff were really great at making it seem just like another visit or something that kind of became normal. It was like they were part of our visits. They would, chime in, and Nana in herself fueled that, I'm sure. She wanted to know everything about everyone. But the staff was really great at letting her do that and just letting her be herself, even at such a critical time when we really didn't know if we had tomorrow. It was still just like any other day, and the staff were so great, so great. They have goosebumps thinking about the staff. They were just amazing. The amount of, flexibility that the staff and the kitchen gave Nana was amazing. You want your tea in a different cup? Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
You want your tea a little bit less full? Sure. You want this soup done this way? No problem. I was like, Nana. But I think it's just because we were used to it, at a restaurant, you wouldn't typically do that.
Yeah.
Right? So that was surprising to me, and really great that the level of detail in the care for those things that for us might not seem as, important. Not even the smallest ask was too much.
No, it was never too much.
And that was reflected in just things like food. So I thought that was a pleasant surprise.
And the options that she had for food, they would tell her what she had for food, and then she'd ask them to repeat it again, because I have one recording of her where she's asking, and I'm like, oh, there's just so much available, which is lovely. And the bell, if you're in hospital and you ring a bell, sometimes you have to wait, but here, because I guess it's a lot smaller, they came immediately, and nothing was ever too much.
She was always so clean.
And she was always so clean, and she always said that.
She felt so clean.
They kept her so clean, and she had her special soap that we had to bring for her because she wanted her special soap. But yeah, they just made her feel the best she could feel at
Like,
the end.
honestly, a queen.
A queen, yeah.
Like,
A queen.
yeah.
Yeah, and she's British, so the queen worked well.
Well, dancing queens. as
Yeah,
well.
dancing
Yeah.
queen. Yeah.
I think people are scared of end of life. I think a lot of people shy away from it. They don't talk about it. And that was something that I struggled with. It's so hard to accept that this is the end. And I think people don't know what to say. They don't know. It just has it's negative, right? So I think having this in the community is a really nice way to, I guess, cope at that time and to feel supported and to know that this is like the best, worst situation. So I think just seeing the support and acknowledging that this is something that it's part of life, but it's still beautiful and an honor to be with them in that last stage. And the staff and everyone here really highlighted that, which made me, it helped me accept it, and it helped me be able to talk about it more, to say like, this is tough, but I was supported and I felt like we all really came together with the help of Lessard House to make that the best worst situation.
Yeah. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's just something that needs to be talked about more. And even talking to our friends, you know, how they were all like, oh my goodness, you saw her pass. Like, how was that? And it was like, yeah, we did. But like, Lessard did this great, you know, service when she left the building. And there were so many things that just helped us get through it. And then other people said, you know, that is a real honor that you could spend that time with her in that moment. So just reframing it that way, Lessard House helped with that. But knowing that, it was like, you shouldn't be scared of this. It's just as much of a beautiful thing to leave being surrounded by your family and such a great team. And I felt so good knowing that her last 3 months, she was actually a queen, knowing that she couldn't do all the things that she had been so limited from with being locked up in COVID for 2 years.
Yeah.
Too, right?